Hello, hello, hello. We are live. This is David for Elizabeth Craft Designs doing the live today for Els. I'm just going to have a look at Facebook to see whether we are indeed live. And if I can see you guys, I think I can. Perfect. I'm getting the thumbs up from Daniel. So that's good. Hello, Sandra. Let me see who we have. Hello Sandra, hello Petra, hello Ans. Lots of people streaming in already. Hi Tineke. Hello Anne from Belgium. Hi Belinda. Hi Yvonne from Maryland. Hello. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, because we are streaming. That's the beauty of this streaming, right? We're going all over the world. I should not think about that because that is giving me the creeps. But anyway, hi, everybody. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Sue. Hi, Riek. Hi, Anja. Hi, Sir Stempelot. Hi, Janice. Hi, Carla. Good, 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 good. Good. You liked and shared already, Samantha. Good for that. Because do like, share, and comment because you will win you can, not you will. You can win the gift certificate. So, yeah, it's David today. Because Els is doing a live on Create and Craft today. So she's not here. You have to do it with me. And we're going to have some fun. I'm just giving people some time to come in. I'm seeing all sorts of... Boy, you're going quick. You should not touch buttons, Doreen. Niet aan verkeerde knopjes zitten. Marianne, goedenavond. Good evening, everybody. Well, let's have a go. Good evening, everybody. My name is David, and tonight I'm going to do the live for Elizabeth Craft Designs. And I'm doing that because Els is not here tonight. She's doing a live at Create and Craft. She's actually competing with me at the same time at Create and Craft, but I'm sure she will have a blast here, as we will have a blast. She will have I can't speak today. What's wrong with me? She will have a blast there, and we will have a blast over here. So let's switch the camera around and have a look at what we're going to be doing today, because I've got some fun plans. What you see here is a Planner Essentials die. It's one of the latest releases from Esther. It's the Time to Travel. Hi Karen, hi Cora. I'm going to use some elements of it. So not the whole die set, but I want to use my dies in a different way. And this is something that I really like about the Elizabeth Craft Design dies. Looking at how I can stretch my dies to make something other than what they are intended for. So I'm going to use some elements of this. And I'm going to use some of the new stencils. Look at this. I've done the cover of my jeans planner using a stencil. And then in here, I've got all my stencils. And yes, I'm spoiled. I've got a double set of stencils. One is for ink and the other one is for paint when I use my gel press. Because I'm not very good at cleaning them when I've used paint. So that's why I have a double set. But hey, don't copy me on that. That's just me. But look at this. The stencils are so nice and crisp. I love them. So I'm going to use this beauty today. Let me put this one to the side. We don't need that. And I'm going to use this stamp set, which is the CS215. Yeah, that's true, Femke. And can you believe it? This week I'm doing 3 in a row. So this one is the 263, Time to Travel. So those stamp set I'm going to use. And then the soft finish cardstock I'm using for everything that I'm making. So I'm going to put that to the side for now. I've got my card base ready here. I'm going to make a slimline card. I didn't say that yet, right? Slimline card. So I've got my card panel ready. I've got my black matte layer and I've got the card base ready. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you 2 different techniques that I absolutely love doing with stencils. And what you need for that is a stencil, and I'm going to be using different colors of blue. Let me show you. Just a little bit of color theory. I'm going to use the blue range over here. Now, if you really want colors to match, you take colors that are next to it. So blues and greens are next to each other, and they don't make mud together. But if you go to the opposite side of the blue, which is orange, and it's this side, if you mix those, you get mud. But if you put them next to each other, and they really make the colors pop. They make each other stronger. And that is what we're doing today. And this is something that I did not study color theory. However, as a makeup artist, this is a big part of your tuition. And maybe some of you knew, in a previous life, I was a makeup artist. And this is why when you have blue eyes, brown colors really make your eyes pop, for instance. So I'm using the same theory in my card making. So I'm using different kinds of blues. And I was actually thinking of using these two colors. Now I'm gonna show you a fun technique. Tumbled glass and salvage patina, two blue colors that really match orange well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put this on my stencil just by pressing this down onto my stencil. This is such a fun technique. I love doing this. So I'm just dabbing on my tumbled glass, and then on the opposite side, I'm going to use salvage patina. Now, salvage patina, I just re-inked, so I don't have to push that much. I need to get a re-inker for the tumbled glass, though, because that one is getting a bit dry, but oh well, it is what it is. Right. So that's done. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to get my base plate out, and I've got the C6 switch. You need to figure out what works best for your sandwich, because what I'm doing, which is quite interesting, I've got my base plates, my well-loved cutting plate. On top of that, I've got this rubbery mat, this embossing mat. However, this is not the C6 one. This is the one from Spellbinders, and that one is a bit thicker. So yeah, you really need to figure out your sandwich that works best for you. However, I'm using this one because it's slightly bigger than the C6 one. That's the only reason why I'm using this one, because the C6 one works just as well. Right, let me have a look. I need to get the structured side of my card panel. I'm putting that on there. And then I'm going to put this already on my switch, ready to go. Then I'm going to take my stencil that I've just inked up, and I'm going to spray that with water. This is just plain water. I'm just going to spray that a couple of times with water, and then put that on top of my paper. Now you can't see that, but trust me, it's on there. I'm going to take my top plate, put that on there, and then I'm going to run that through my C6 switch. Now, hands-free, that's fine, perfect about this machine. I have to keep an eye on it because I like to do this twice. So one way, one going in, and then change the direction and coming back out. I don't know actually about the phone booth. So taking off my top plate, and don't forget to clean that, David, because for the next one we need to. Now, this is where the magic happens. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look at this. Ta-da! And the beauty of this is, I'm not sure you can see it. Can you see the structure in there? Maybe if I turn it around. Yeah, you see? So this has embossed with that stencil and really pressed in that color. So this is one card panel we did. And actually I've got another idea that I'm going to be used, and then we will choose which one to use. So let me get my baby wipes out. Just quickly clean this up because I don't want to mess things up. And quickly clean my plate off because we're gonna use that again. Okay, that was the first one done. Now this is this panel, lovely. This is a beautiful card base in itself, right? Love this. You can do this with any of the stencils. Doesn't have to be this particular one. It'll work with all of them. And this is something that I really, really like to do, like stretching my supply. So what can you do with a stencil except just use them as stencil, which is perfectly fine. I love stenciling and I love doing that. I've done that a lot, and I'm using them on gel plates, and I'm using them. But this is also a very fun technique that I really, 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 really like. Okay, that one is done. Put that to the side. Next, I'm gonna clean up my mess here, there. My mom should be proud. I'm cleaning up. Right, getting my other card base out. Yep. Then what I'm gonna do is sort of similar, but different. And I'm gonna use the same two colors. I'm gonna use tumbled glass. I'm sorry, I'm ignoring your comments. Let me have a look. Selfish patina is such a beautiful color, guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool technique. Okay. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just in the moment. So moving on to the next one. I'm taking my tumbled glass again, and I'm gonna see approximately halfway. Now you can use your foams for this to color it in. I just like to take my ink pad to the paper because I want this paper to be really saturated with the color. So I'm just swiping that tumbled glass on there. And as I said, this needs to be re-inked, so I'm just doing that. Now I've got a silicone mat underneath, and that whole sort of grabs onto the paper, which is quite nice because it gives me a bit more grip on the paper. So that's tumbled glass on there. Then we're going to take salvage patina and do the same. As I said, just re-inked, so this one is quite quickly. Now I'm being quite careful. I don't want my paw prints on there, so I'm taking my piece of double-sided tape so I can do it like this. Now, what I want to do is I'm just going to take my foam pad. Gee, Dave, get a grip. And I'm just going to softly go over this blend in the middle so that we get a nice blend. And these colors, as I said, I showed you on the color wheel, because they're next to each other. It's like the blues and greens. They don't make mud. If I would do the same with orange, it could be, it doesn't have to be, it could be a nightmare. So what I want to do now is quickly give this some heat so it dries a bit. Doesn't have to be completely dry, but I do want most of this ink because I've put a lot of ink on there. So great, Joan, you liked, comment and shared as well. Who is that is saying finally be able to catch a light live? Oh, I've missed that now. It's gone. Oh yeah, my mom raised me well. So she did. Good afternoon, Jane. Right. Doesn't have to be perfectly dry, but I do want the majority of this to be dry. Because we're going to do something fun with this. So I'm sorry this is taking a bit of time, but these colors together are beautiful, Samantha. I'm a sucker for salvage patina anyway, so I think salvage patina is one of my favorite, if not my favorite color. Right, so I'm bringing back in my plates with that squishy thingy, putting my panel right on top of that. Then I'm going to take my stencil and I'm going to spray the stencil again with water. So just spray that 3-4 times with water. And then I'm going to put that on there. Like that. Then I'd like to take a scrap piece of paper because it will, no, doesn't have to. I've cleaned my, my top plate. So I'm going to put this in. Now what this will do, you may or may not know, the distress oxides have a very special, how do you call that? Eigenschap. Well, they have the capacity to change if they come in contact with water. What did I just do? I sprayed my stencil with water. And they oxidize when they come in contact with water. So we're going to use that feature. That was the word I was looking for. We're going to use that feature to our benefit. This will, change a lot. Hi, Simone. My shirt matches Selvage Patina. Yeah, I know. Now I forgot to bring it back, so I will run it through again. I did that on purpose. Okay, so ready for the review? There's some of my ink. This is gonna be fun. Look at that. And this will be even better when it's dry. So I'm gonna put this to the side. This will go in the bathtub later on. Just gonna take this off. Put this to the side. And dry this. And while this is drying, you will see where the stencil was. It will dry a bit lighter. It will oxidize, so to say. You see it happening while I dry it. And that is gonna be such a fun effect. Property, yeah. Thank you, Karen. This stencil is stunning. So this has to dry. But you see what it does? It oxidizes in the holes, in the lower points that we made with the embossing. It makes it lighter and the raised parts are dark. And I love this effect. See that? And on this soft finish cardstock, it really looks like velvety, soft. Yeah, it's really beautiful on this paper. The way this paper takes the ink, I love it. Right. Then I'm going to put this to the side. There we go. Just cleaning up again. I'm not going to bother you with more techniques. This is it. We've got two backgrounds that we can choose from. I love this one. But, okay, we'll come back to that later. This one has to dry. And now, what I've done, I've already cut out some bits and pieces because otherwise it will take forever. So I've got this little girl here that I fussy cut. And I've got some elements here. So what we're going to do, I've got two houses. I've got the little chair and I've got the sun thingy. Now I just had to, what did I do with that? I'm going crazy now. I am going crazy. Oh well, I'll have to cut that again. Just quickly, let me do that because I do need that one little bit that goes in there. And I can't find that. So I will just take my little umbrella and put that through my die cutting machine. There we go. So while that is cutting out, I will just start to color these. And I'm going to use walnut stain. There we go. Nice and quick and easy. Now you don't need a precision base plate for this die, but I just had that to hand. So that's why I used it. So there we go. Two umbrellas. We've got the little pieces that fit in there. So we're ready to go. First I'm going to use walnut stain because the chair needs to be brown, of course. So, and this is what I liked about having a Planner Essentials die set, and I'm using that to make a card. And I'm just using a finger dauber to color this in, making it darker at the edge and then bringing that color in. Now this is going to be covered up anyway, but I want to have a pretty chair anyway. So I know Joseph uses the finger daubers as well, don't you, Joseph? If you're still here, I don't know. True, Sue, that's true. Okay, chair, done. So remember what I said about color theory? That brown really makes blue pop? Look at that. Yeah, like that. Really complements each other. This is one from that came with my other craft mat, but it's a silicone mat. Yeah, there are so many different sandwiches. That is unbelievable. Right, that was that. Then I'm going to pick some orange colors and I'm going to get my orange finger dauber and I'm just gonna take some paper and clean that up. Right, Jan, it makes it so easy to color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color one house with a dried marigold. I'm just loading up and I'm starting with my lightest orange on this one. So I'm just going to come in with my dried marigold. And just giving this house some color. Just plain and simple, no rocket science. There we go. I'm going to let that dry for a minute. And then I'm going to come in with my darkest color. And I'm always confused because these are very much alike, but Spiced Marmalade is slightly darker. I'm going to bring in that one. The picture will be taken from a very low point of view, so it looks like they are sitting in the water, but they are sitting on the beach. That's my answer. True, there are ways around using that rubber embossing mat, or even just putting it through your die cut machine as you would do a die. That could also already work. So try different ways. What I'm doing, I'm just giving this house a darker edge. And I'm also gonna try and edge this door a bit, just to give it some fun. There. First house done. Put that to the side to dry. Then I'm going to take this same color, the Spiced Marmalade, and I'm going to color that house with a dark orange. And this I want really intense on there. I see Anya is putting in links. Thank you, Anya, for that. Now, what I've done, I've fuzzy cut around that one because I didn't want a white border. So even if I would have had the die for this, which I don't, but if I would have had it, I would not have used it because I didn't want the white border. And now she's beautifully cut out. So this is pretty intense. So I like that. You see that together? Different color. I'm going to do the same here. So what I want to do is I want to make this the dark color. And I'm putting in the light. Oh, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Let me make this brown because in real life, that is brown, right? Just bringing in some of that walnut stain. Right there. And I'm gonna use that to crunch up the edge of this umbrella just a bit. There we go. I like that grungy, vintagey look. I'm going to do the same with the house. These are the foam ones, Belinda. I don't have the brush ones. I saw them the other day and I thought, well, you know what I thought. You know me by now. I thought, I need those. But I actually just ordered some other very fine brushes. So I thought, no, do I really need them? But I think in the future I will try them. It's the fun about having a YouTube channel, right? You have to test things. I have to test things for you guys. I don't have to, but I like that. There we go. That's the first one done. And I just love how that makes it look more come together. Well, keep an eye out, Belinda. I think I will try them out one of these days. I just bought the Altenew ones. Those are also very small, but they're not finger daubers. Right, here you are sitting, watching me edge. Oh well, nothing I can do about that. I can't prepare everything, right? There we go. Okay, that's all these elements done. Now I just need to color these inlay parts. And I'm going to use not carved pumpkin. Put that away. You're not using that. Spice marmalade. No. Yeah, spice marmalade I'm using. That's my excuse, Linda. Yeah, I have to test things, so I have to buy them. Don't tell Daniel I said that. Because I always say, sorry, I had to try that. I have to talk about that on my channel. So that's my excuse. There we go. That's all done and dusted. So let me clean this mess up. Now, what I want to do next is I've got a lot of orange here and some brown. So I'm going to put these to the side because these need to dry a bit. I don't want to mess these up by spraying on them. So I'm just going to put them to the side. These as well. I just love soft finish cardstock. My hands are a mess, but anyway, that doesn't matter because I want to color the girl. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to spray some water on my orange that I've got on my craft mat. And I'm just going to pick up some of this color. And I'm going to start by coloring in her bow. Am I in frame? Yeah. I know this is really small, guys, but bear with me. So I'm just giving her skirt a hint of color. She doesn't have to be colored in perfectly because and the book can be a bit darker. So this is all I'm just figuring out. Okay, staying in the same color. So this is color-wise fairly simple card. It's not going to be, but it's all different shades of orange and different shades of blue. And I'm going to color in her shirt. Just giving that a touch of color. Thank you, Kathleen. Then, let me see. Oh yeah, she's got some orange socks as well. Because she's a lady, she's wearing socks to the beach. Give this some color as well. And her little thingy. And she's got orange hair, because why not? Okay, that's that. That's done with the orange. Just cleaning my brush a bit. Then I'm just very much diluting this brown. And I'm just going to color in her skin using that brown. Because she is on the beach. She's nice tan. Oh, that's orange, David. Hands. So even if you don't have many colors, you can, just by diluting it with water, you can get a very light brown or a skin tone. So just like that, giving her face a hint of color. There we go. Beautiful little girl. Look at her. Now I think her face can do with a touch more color. There we go, that's better. And again, this is on the soft finish cardstock. So that soft finish cardstock can really, yeah, you can watercolor on it. Just don't do too much. But yeah, for this kind of things, it works out perfectly fine. See that? Fun, right? Okay, let me clean this up. Please make it dry. And then I can put this to the side because I'm done with all my coloring now. Where are we time-wise? Oh, we're fine. We are fine. And then I will just put this to the side for now. I don't know, Sue. I will look it up. Yeah, why waste the ink if that's on your desk, right? You can use that. So I'm just quickly gonna dry these because I know for a fact that this one is not dry yet. So just quickly drying that. And then we have to make some decisions. Because the decisions are what color, what background to use for this. Go. Okay. Let me clean my fingers because I know I will smudge that all over my card base. Die is ook van Altenew. De mat. Happy Hump Day, Wednesday, yes. Wednesday already. We had a bank holiday last Monday, so we were, it's a short week. No, he's not, actually. Yeah. So, as I said, I'm going to go live 3 times in a row this week. Tonight I'm here. Tomorrow I'm live on my own YouTube channel. And Friday I'm going to be live at Devid with Marloes. And can you believe that the retreat that we organized, that Marloes organized at Devid, it's already sold out. Wow. Yeah, these were the ones. Okay, we've got 2 backgrounds here. Now, my idea is to put them on here. Because I really like how that orange pops off the blue. But you guys can choose this background or this background. I say 1. 1 or 2. This is 2, this is 1. I think 1. Just waiting for your comments to come in. One. Yeah, glad we all agree. The solid one. This is beautiful, but for a different purpose. So we will use with this one. Yeah, okay, guys, it's overwhelming. 1. Yeah, me too, but I just wanted to give you the choice. So I would have followed your choice, but yeah, I'm glad we are in agreement. So this one still doesn't feel completely dry. Femke, there is no 3. You want me to make a new one? With only salvage patina? Well, it's clear it's going to be number 1. Femke either wants only salvage patina or with a beach on it. That's better. That's better. Now it feels dry. Right. I'm going to get my glue. And I'm just going to start. Oh, I'm forgetting something. I'm going too quick because I want these houses. I don't like it if the blue shines through. So I want this to have a black cover on them, or yeah, on the back. So I'm going to quickly glue this down onto the black. And then I will cut that out. That's very easy, very simple to do. But I just don't like that to be the blue shining through. And by putting them on the black, that really makes them pop even more. So just going to put that on there and let that dry. Just putting on some glue here. And while that is drying, I will put on the other bits. There we go. That's on there. I need to put this one there. There we go. Now, don't worry, the glue will dry clear and matte. So, right. First things first, I'm going to put my umbrella on there. Yeah. Okay. Put a tiny bit of glue on there. And I'm just going to put that onto my card base like so. Just press that on. I love this background. Then I'm going to take my bit of darker orange and I'm going to put that in here. So it's very tone on tone, but yeah, I like that. And yes, Els, I know it's completely different than what I showed you before, color-wise. I changed my mind. That's my prerogative, right? So Els will be surprised when she watches this back because, well, you could see it in the introduction as well. I've played with different colors first, but a man can change his mind. The black just makes the colors pop even more. So just putting on some glue behind my chair. And I'm going to put that right there. So the legs of the umbrella will sit on the edge of the card. Like that. Then the little girl who's reading a book will sit in the chair. And she fits perfectly. See? This is just, I love this. There we go. Now this in itself, crop it like this, you've got a beautiful card, right? Exactly. No, that's what I just said, Dorothy. This is just stunning together, but the houses, they are really nice with it as well. So I'm just going to quickly trim these out because I just want the black behind that. Just doesn't have to take long. What I'm doing, I've got my scissors on an angle so that I slightly cut under the soft finish cardstock so that you don't see the black border. So I don't want a black edge. Now she's sitting in the picture is taken from a very low angle, so we don't need a beach. She's sitting on the edge of the pool. This is the pool, that's the sky, and she's sitting at the edge of an infinity pool. Let's call it like that. That's where I'm hoping to be in 2 weeks, at the beach or in the pool. Just that little bit there. You know what? I really admire Els because Els can look at the comments while she's cutting. I can't. I will cut my fingers off if I do that. There we go. There's one. That one's done. It is. It's been a hectic time, as some of you know, with the new job and everything going on, but it's fun. But I am happy to go on a break. Problem with these lights, I've got these filming lights here, and they are perfect for you guys to see it, but sometimes with the black I lose the contrast and I don't see it. Well, red is a nice contrasting color with blue as well, Belinda, so that will give us some nice splatters. No, just kidding. Just kidding, I will not cut myself. No, I know, but I admire people who can actually trim and look at the comments too. I think that is a skill I have not developed and will not develop ever. I'm a man, that's my excuse. I can't do two things at the same time. There we go, it's nearly done anyway. So, have you liked, shared, and comment? And also let us know in the comments that you did, because then you can win the gift certificate. Go. Don't waste anything. Okay. Now we can put this on my card base. Now, this one is going to go in the back. This one's going to go in the front. So I'll start with this one. Just put some glue on the back and put that on there. Oh, I'll have a look at those. I only have two. I have this one and I've got the massive big one. This one. So those are the only two I have from Tim Holtz. But I'll have a look. And this one is going to go next to it like that. And then what I will do, I will take my big boy trimmer, scissors, and I will just trim this off. I don't want to trim off her feet because I like it that they're hanging over. Yeah, there we go. I like that. I like that. So that's that. So let's assemble the card, the rest of the card, if I can find my stuff. Where did I put that? There we go. So I've got my black card panel here. I'm just going to put some clear adhesive on the back. And I love this stuff because I've got the structure in there from the sort of embossing. Well, it's not sort of, it is embossed. I use the stencils to emboss. If you missed that part, go back to the beginning because it's a really fun technique. So yeah, you don't want to miss that. So I'm just going to put on some strips of that adhesive. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold these like that. And I'll do the same here. And I'll do the same here. Remind me to stamp my sentiment in a minute. I forgot that. Right, got my card panel here. And then just need to take off that middle one. Now, I'm doing it like this because then it gives me some wiggle time. So I'm just going to position this, and I have to pick it up because otherwise I really can't see. I want the border around to be sort of equal. Well, not sort of. I want that to be completely equal and straight. So what I will do, you will see that it will not be completely straight. So I have to trim off a bit at the bottom. And that is because we embossed the panel, so the panel got smaller. And now I'm just pulling on these edges and it's well adhered. Now, I just have to do a bit of fiddling here. I'm going to take my trimmer, put that underneath. I'm just going to trim this down a hair. Tiny bit more. I'd rather do it in 3 times than 1 too many. Just 1 little hair more. I always forget that when I emboss a panel, it gets smaller. There we go, perfect. Sorry, put back your feet. Okay, that's that. And then I'm going to do the same here. But I just love that black on the as a matte layer. If you know me, if you've seen that before, 99% of my cards have a black matte layer. I just love how that makes the colors pop. So that's why I'm doing that. So that's on there. Do the same trick again. So I'm going to fold these over like that. Like that. And over here, the same. Take this one off and fold this one over. And that just gives me some wiggle time to put it straight in the middle. Now open it at the correct side. Yes, that's good. I'm missing so many comments. And I'm just going to position this on there like that. Okay, nice even border around it. So I'm peeling off that backing tape from the clear adhesive. There we go. So this is, look at that. Now, do you see what I mean with the contrasting colors that I spoke about in the beginning? The orange really pops. The blue really is bright. It really pops off the card. I love that. So, speaking of that, I will just take a scrap piece of paper. I don't like this. Sorry, has to go. That was distracting me. So let me take my sentiment, and I'm going to use this one. Travel does the heart good. I'm going to put that on my acrylic block, and I'm going to use VersaFine Clair to stamp. Just ink that up really well. And I'm going to stamp that out on the soft finish cardstock as well. Thank you, Femke. Working on it, working on it. Perfect. Love it when it goes in one go. What I'm doing now is I'm just gonna go around this, trim this out. Just going around the heart. Just following the lines of the word. Now I should have waited for a minute because this is not 100% dry yet, but I'm going to be careful. I don't want to smudge it. There we go. Nice and simple sentiment. I know, Femke, I know. Thank you for that. That's the delay on the... Ooh. Don't move the camera, David. It's the delay with Facebook that gives me a hard time. Right, I'm gonna take my dried marigold. I'm just gonna press that onto the lid a tiny bit. Take up a bit of water. I'm just gonna give this a bit of orange around the edge. Again, I want this to pop off from that page, from that card. And I also want to make it align a bit more because there's no white on this card. So just lightly tapping and getting a bit more color on there and blending that out towards the middle. Practice, 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 Samantha, because I really, when I started, my fussy cutting skills were not to be found. They were literally nowhere to be found. But yeah, just do it. Practice, 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 and you get better at it. I'm not good at it by all means, because I see some people fussy cut. I'm like, I could never do that. But yeah. Now, of course, this has to dry, right? Ah, sorry, I missed the first one then, Femke. But there we have it. You reminded me. That's the best part of it. Right. Just going to put that on there. That was a bit much glue there, David. I'm just going to put that right there. There. I like that. And this concludes today's project, guys. This is it. Look at that. I love it. I love how those colors pop from the background. I love the structure you have in the paper from embossing with the stencil. Yeah, this is really cool. Really, really cool. I hope you like it as well. Right, let me switch the camera around so you can see me again. So that was it for today. I really hope you liked the card. Don't forget to like, share and comment, because then you can win the gift certificate, which is important. Am I within the time? I am perfectly within the time. So even 5 minutes to spare, but I will not bore you to death just talking about it. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really love how this one turned out. I keep looking at it, which is always a good sign. But yeah, there we go. There it is again. You can see it. I'll put some pictures up in the Elizabeth Craft Designs groups. So thank you for watching, guys, and I would love to see you for the next one. I don't know when that will be, but Els knows that if she needs me, I'm there. So she can always call me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you. Bye.